Welcome everyone to our next entry in the Warlord saga with Cao Cao. He is one of the more popular warlords, right behind Liu Bei. He is a perfect speed team warlord. He just if you prefer speed teams over tanks or crowd control, Cao Cao is probably the best warlord to go with. And we'll take a look at the skills and I'll explain why. So, just the normal attack increase. Then we have this skill, his first actual usable skill. Deals 400% of the warlord's attack power as damage. Damage will be dealt evenly among the enemies. So instead of worrying about defense or anything like that, it just takes 400% of his attack power, divides it by 4, deals that as damage. So, I don't know, but I don't know how all that works. For every lighted hero icon in the hero collection, the warlord's attack will increase by 1, just normal attack. After own hero has released a skill, Warlord will gain 25% chance to deal 500% damage to a random enemy. So with this, just use a skill, there's a 25% chance he's going to attack a random hero. So, a random enemy. But it's just kind of extra chip damage. That's all it's really used for. Enhance Warlord's crit rate, increase experience, increase defense. Now this is the main skill that is why people use him. Defense of both team will be decreased by 100% for 3 rounds. So it's a 3-turn defense break that lowers defense by 100%. Now, when you upgrade it, it lowers the amount reduced of your team. So this is the one skill that needs upgraded. You must upgrade this skill. It lowers the drawback of using him, which is getting outsped or the other team surviving your nuke. This is the most important skill to worry about. Next is the 4% chance to cause twice the damage or whatever your multiplier is. This could be useful because of the 2 skills he has where he randomly attacks and the other one where you just deal damage. Unlike Zhang Jiao, who also had this skill, Jiao has 1 attack. That's it. And because the scarification skill doesn't attack, it sacrifices a hero, deals a percent of the damage. That's it. Or percent of the health as damage. So this is actually more of a usable skill on Cao Cao than Zhang Jiao. Does it need upgraded? That's personal preference. HP, not that important. Again, HP, not that important. So since this is the skill you need, Cao Cao can be taken to 5-star and left there. You do not have to take him to 6-star because both the 36 and 40 skills are both HP, which don't matter. The boost is negligible to your heroes. So the best thing to upgrade is his attack. So these 2 skills for his attack and these 2, his attacking skills. After you have increased, preferably maxed this skill. You can increase crit rate if you want. It's going to be a boost in attack, but it's just not as much as like Yuan Shao and I think Tart. Yeah, because they have a skill that increases crit damage also. Cao Cao just has the crit rate boost. Earlier I had said that this doesn't worry about defense, but that's wrong, because he deals more damage if there's a defense break, like this. So I don't know exactly how the damage is calculated. Like, because it says the damage will be dealt evenly among the enemies. So I guess it takes the damage amount that it would deal, deals it to the enemy, and then the defense comes into play. So if it would deal 1,000 damage and there's a defense break, it'll deal more than that. But that 1,000 damage is going to be dealt to all 4 heroes. So each one will take 1,000 damage, and then it will check for defense break to see if it will deal more than that on this specific hero. That's the only thing I can think of, because Cao Cao, with enough attack investment, after a defense break, he can nuke the enemy team. A normal team Cao Cao will be used on is just a generic speed team. So you need a speed booster like Water Jang Wei, Wen Guan Yu, Fire Dao Chan, and Evil Hong Jitong. Those are more usable speed leaders. Hong Jitong and Dao Chan are both arena-only speed leads, so they give a higher boost to your speed, which is needed. Then you'll need a nuke, so Holy Zhao Tai, Fire Monkey King, Evil Lady Me, but preferably an area effect nuke, so Holy Zhao Tai. A buffer, so the Holy Event Jiao Kuiao would be a solid one because she increases attack and crit rate. She gives an attack and crit rate buff. And then your attack gauge booster. So let's take a look at the heroes. So your speed lead. Let's go back. There he is. Water Jang Wei. So he's got a 19% attack speed increase. Not the best, but he makes up for it with this skill. Attack all enemies, freeze for a round. So he has a 100% chance to freeze. So after that, so anytime he uses this skill, he has a chance to freeze them. With that being said, you still need accuracy to make sure the debuff lands. So every time he will have a chance for the debuff to happen, but you must increase his accuracy so that it will land. Next, there's Fire Dao Chan. So she has an arena-only speed lead. Increase team's attack speed by 33%. Now 33% is the highest speed increase you can get. Below that is like Wen Guan Yu's, 24%. Now the 24% is generic. That's, you can use it anywhere. That is the highest anywhere speed lead you can have, because Evil Mai Lu also has an arena speed lead. She's a 5-star and has less of a speed lead than Dao Chan, who's also a 5-star. That doesn't, it makes no sense. I forgot it doesn't show up on this. You have to go to her Awaken form. There she is. So after Awakening, she gets her leader skill, increased team's attack speed by 28% in arena, which, not amazing, but it's more than Jang Wei and Wen Guan Yu. After that, you'll need a nuke. So one of the better area of effect nukes is Zhao Tai. Holy Zhao Tai. There he is. Went right past him. So after advancement, he can have 1,095 attack, and his skill, attack enemy 2 to 4 times, and increase by damage by 25% if the enemy has debuffs. And attack will result in 100% crit if the enemy is evil. So if you use Water Jang Wei, he can freeze the enemies, which will increase Holy Zhao Tai's attack damage. Then your buffer, who will be her. Pray for Love, increase the attack and crit chance of all team. And the last one you'll need is an attack gauge booster. So Wen Peng Di is a common one, but the best one of the best, he's my preferred gauge booster. Is he the best? It's kind of down to choice, because really he's got the most attack gauge increase and still have decent speed, because Water Ding Fang also increases attack gauge by 50%, but his base speed is like 94, while Evil Dion Wei, when maxed, is at 114. But see, when advanced, his skill increases the attack gauge by 50% and attack speed for 2 rounds. So he gives you a gauge boost of 50%, and he gives you a speed boost, a speed buff. So that's a solid team to start with. You can change as needed, or replace Zhao Tai with Holy Zhao Si and Cao Cao. And then when Zhao Si kills them, they won't be able to be revived due to his second skill. Another thing about Cao Cao is he has a mount available to him. So you can increase his stats with the mount. And look at this mount. I mean, how do you beat that? You got the panda. This nice little panda here. And he's got a little birdie on his head. I mean, and after you summon the mount, the Warlord can walk around your base riding the mount. Or he won't walk, but he'll ride around your base with the mount, which is a really cool feature. I thought that was a nice little thing to add in, that you can actually see your Warlord walking around. But that's basically it for Cao Cao. He's one of the main starting 3 Warlords, Cao Cao, Liu Bei, and Sun Xuan. So he's easier to get because his fragments are always available, but it's just kind of choice. Which style do you prefer? Cao Cao is a speed team only for the most part. You need to move first and hit hard. And that's kind of where he specializes in. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll answer. And see you in the next video. Later.